When you train handstands, it's going to be super important for you to look after your wrist, your fingers and your forearms. Firstly, you want to have a look at whether you can get roughly a 90-degree angle just by bringing the fingers back to your head like this in a straight arm position. We want to have a look at getting as close to a 90-degree angle as possibly can. And one of the exercises that you can do to get there is this one. So you place yourself in a quadruped position and you place the hands down with the palm flat on the ground. You straighten the arms and you externally rotate so the inside of the elbows facing forward. Now from here, you want to place some load onto the hands, so you want to lean forward onto them a bit. And then you're going to place the weight in the first knuckle and press up like this. Slow on the way down. Here, so the first knuckles are here, and that is where you want to place the weight. And you can do this in this angle, with the fingers in, and of course also with the fingers facing back. And gradually you can increase the range here. For some people, they might find that they can only get halfway up or so. Over time that is going to improve, and you can also put more load onto the hands when you feel more comfortable doing this exercise. Another exercise that I do for people that are practicing handstands is this one, also in a quadruped position, where you are placing the hands down again, straight arms, externally rotate at the shoulder so the inside of the elbow is facing forward. And then from here we lean over and we are coming back and forth. But that's not all of it. We're actually going to engage the fingers a bit here as well. So we are going to drag ourselves forward and push ourselves back. So drag forward, push back. And you can do this in this position as well. It's a little bit more nasty, but it can be done. So pulling back, pushing forward, pulling back, pushing forward. And then I would also add this variation here where you're placing the fingers back, palm facing up, and then straighten the arms and externally rotate as much as possible there. And then if you can get into that position, you can also move a little bit back and forth. For some people, this one is a tricky one. So I would then play around with just doing one at a time. Very often it looks something like this. The elbow is bent, the inside of the elbow is facing back. So what I would recommend doing then is pressing the weight down into the ground a bit, and then see if you can straighten first of all here. And sometimes it could help to give a bit of a tactile cue, and then gradually you encourage the arm to actually rotate around there as well. So that is a few wrist stretches and a bit of wrist conditioning that you can do prior to your handstand session, but also at the end or even away from the actual handstand practice as well. It depends on how your wrists are doing and whether they need flexibility or strength, or maybe even a bit of a release. Sometimes I find that my wrist gets a bit tight because my forearms are actually just accumulated a lot of tension. So this is a good one. You place the whole forearm on the ground, and then you get the closest knee, you place that on top, and then you put a little bit of pressure on and you massage your forearm. And you can go a little bit more in the middle, and you can go closer to the hand as well. I would just be a little bit gentle on that one. So there you have a few wrist exercises and a little bit of a release that you can do as well, and get started on really working through the wrists so that your handstands are feeling really good.